This is our lunchroom. This is where we eat our pizza and house of pie and various amounts of soft drink. Into our mechanical room is Justin working on the lower spat molds. We've got wheels, we've got fridges with carbon fibre, all this stuff. It's a bit of a mess now. You know, going into our kitchen, and then composites room where Martin's making up the battery boxes.
How many hours on average do you guys stay at this workshop?
Too many. A lot. There's not a day, at the moment, it's not a day of the week that we're not down here, and it's normally for a decent 12 hours. So it will get longer. Yeah.
We're only a few months out from the race now, and things are getting pretty busy. In fact, we're having a pretty hard time getting enough students down to the workshop to meet our deadlines.
It's not a huge amount better in terms of sort of quantity, but we're getting an okay number of people down here for a decent amount of time, which is good. I mean, we still need more people, but if we can get the people that are working here who know what they're doing down here for longer, it's nearly just as good, because you don't have to sort of monitor them the whole time. You just tell them what to do.
I think the Sunswift project has helped me a huge amount in terms of giving me sort of practical experience, practical skills, which not a lot of undergraduates would have coming out of uni. And so it's given me sort of a head start on where I stand in relation to them. I can actually get things done. I can actually finish projects. I can actually build real systems, which, to be honest, most undergraduates probably can't. So I think in that sense, it's given me a big advantage and given me a big push towards actually being able to get things done.
It's nice going and just making something or designing something and then building it so you can actually see it completed. It sort of helped me sort of grow so I can get out there and work and get a good job.
It took a few all-nighters, but we managed to get our car ready for our launch. In a few days' time, we'll be leaving for Darwin. We would have liked to have got a bit more testing done before we left. However, we'll have 4,000 kilometres on the trip up to do just that. At the Hidden Valley racetrack in Darwin, each team was given a garage. This is where final preparations were made a few days before the race. We spent a great deal of time at the garage, and in fact some days spent all night there doing things like battery testing. We also had the opportunity to test our car on the racetrack, and we were quite happy with its performance. To be a solar car driver, firstly, you have to be crazy enough to do it, and you also have to be able to fit inside the car. The conditions inside the car are pretty extreme. Obviously, we can't afford to have any air conditioning in there, and the temperature inside can often end up being 10 degrees hotter than outside. So out in the desert, that's up to 50 degrees.
What we're doing here today is doing scrutineering of all the entrants in the World Solar Challenge.
The World Solar Challenge regulations require the driver and passenger to be 80 kilograms each, so that if they're less than 80 kilos, we add lead ballast to the car.
Okay, basically they're checking to see that we're within the size regulations. Because we're a two-seater car, we're allowed up to 12 metres squared of solar panels, so they're just checking we don't have more than that. Basically they're testing to see how long it takes you to get out of the car, and you have to be able to get out of the car within 15 seconds. And we're basically just showing we can stand up within like 12 seconds or something, and we jump out of the car after that.
Checking the battery pack, so making sure that we don't have extra cells, got the right type of cells, all that type of stuff, and then now tagging it up so we don't change it during the race.
Two days before the race, we took the car out on the Arnhem Highway just outside of Darwin to do some testing. Unfortunately, the solar car was involved in an accident and run off the road. The car was significantly damaged in the accident, which was pretty devastating for the team. Most of us had been working on the car now for 2 years. After some consideration, we decided we'd pull out all stops to get the car ready for the race. As a result, we were up all night fixing the car. Due to the accident, we missed out on the final stage of scrutineering. However, we were allowed to compete in the race in some capacity. We were an unofficial entry and consequently the last car to leave Darwin. We left Darwin about an hour behind some of the other teams. Despite this and a number of other setbacks over the first few days, we were still able to make up significant ground. In fact, by the third day, we had overtaken 12 other solar cars. The whole journey took us 5 days, and we saw the best performance from our solar car on the final day. During this day, we averaged over 90 kilometers per hour. As the 9th place solar car, we were the first team to arrive, having used commercially available solar cells. Many of the teams who finished in front of us had much larger budgets, and in fact all of them had used space-grade solar cells. Would I do this all again? Yeah, I probably would. It's been a great experience over the last few years, but it's been a pretty big commitment as well for all of us on the team. But for now, I think it's time to get a life and get back to some real work and finish my degree.